Okay, Stephen, since we are expounding on the NFT value and all that, so far in the market, as you are aware of, could you share some case studies that those NFT they are pretty highly valued in the market so far?
So the most famous one of them would be the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They had a lot of criticism and a lot of positive go to them as well. But the fact of the matter is, I think last year, or was it previous year, they did raise 450 million.
Wow.
And it was by this company, Andreessen Horowitz. So it's a very big VC firm. Their AUM is around 28 billion. Yeah, that firm. So when they raised 450 million, they were valuing the company that created Bored Ape Yacht Club, not Bored Ape Yacht Club. The company that created Bored Ape Yacht Club is called Yuga Labs. So Yuga Labs, together with Andreessen Horowitz, they raised 450 million. And they valued the whole company at about 1 billion. 4 billion. Let me correct myself.
Okay.
Around 4 billion. So they raised 450, a bit more than 10% of the company, which values the company at about 4 billion. So sometimes we scratch our head and wonder, right? this is why the value, and how did they do it?
Yes.
I think the how is a bit unclear, but the why could be Bored Ape Yacht Club. The basis of it is a community, a group of people that identifies with the bored apes, and at some point in time, a lot of famous people and celebrities started buying Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, and so there is the idea of if you own a Bored Ape Yacht Club, you are part of the community. If you don't have one, you don't get access to us. So you guys can go and research yourself. And at one point in time, it was rumored that Justin Bieber bought one, and then they found out that it was the manager that bought it for him. Snoop Dogg. So a lot of these celebrities and quite a number of famous business people bought into the Bored Ape Yacht Club as well. And from the outside, it looked like these people are stupid. They just bought pictures of art that can be copied, right? That can be screenshotted and pasted somewhere else. But on the inside, they actually educated their members about, look, you own this, you can authenticate it now, you can use it for your own businesses. So there was a person that started a burger joint with his Bored Ape. So his burger joint actually, the fries cup, the napkins all had the Bored Ape IP on it. Yeah, and they also at one point in time they also received cryptocurrency as payment at their burger joint.
Right. Okay.
So when you want to buy a Hello Kitty to put in an event space, for example, Hello Kitty will look at your event space and say, oh, this is how many square feet. If you want to use Hello Kitty, these are the angles we can give you to print it out in large format. This is the cups, this is the food that you can sell, and we're going to charge you $1 million for the royalty of the use.
Okay.
So in some sense, Bored Ape is saying that you have those powers, those lawful permissions to use the Bored Apes for that. And so I'm just trying to explain why businesses might want to go into it, because if you start offering your NFTs and building a sense of loyalty with your customers and quote unquote giving them a stake in the club, it could potentially create a very long-lasting value. I think that Yuga Labs is valued at 4 billion is because of not so much of the art, but more of they were early in this, and the people inside the Bored Ape Club is who and who. You know,
Yes, yeah, seems like
it seems
with,
like that.
quite a fair bit of heavy-weighted celebrities. Is that one reason why the value went up?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
Or
one
what is the
reason.
anchor point that, yes, correct, that a certain value that we resonate with? When you say that businesses can use that, that whether you call it the trademark, or so forth, in their merchandise and all that, but what does it carry or communicates um, pertaining to companies that carry their so-called this NFT trademark logo or
Yeah, so
yeah.
it depends on how widespread, how recognizable your IP is. So I like to talk about like Pokemon and Hello Kitty because they are very big brands. And if you use a Hello Kitty for your card, for example, and you start selling it without the permission of the company, they can literally sue you.
Yes,
right?
of course.
So I feel that part of what Bought It Your Club and some other companies are doing is creating this IP, a recognizable monkey. The moment you look at it, you know that monkey is the ape. There's a very distinct difference between monkeys and ape, right?
Yes.
The ape is Bought It Your Club. It's not a derivative of it. It's not. It's in the actual one. So I think that there's a lot to be said about that, but I also think that in today's world you can't create something and expect it to grow like Bought It Your Club. That's just reality. You can't create something and then expect it to fly like it did already. Yeah.
Okay.
Another example of value or equity is Nike. So Nike is an NFT, and a lot of people think that it's Nike's NFT, right? It's called Artifact, and it's spelled RTFK. So it's Artifact, right? The truth is Nike bought into Artifact. If you were around during Artifact days, the news was Nike bought into it, not this is Nike's NFT. Yeah, so Nike saw, Nike is like at the forefront of a lot of marketing and sponsorship, right? They were the first big brand that came out of really going out there and getting stars, sports people to represent their brand. Now Nike saw something in Artifact that no one else saw, and they bought into Artifact. And nobody knows, the price is not revealed to the public. How much Artifact was sold to Nike wasn't announced, but there are rumors that says it's upwards of $1 billion.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so why would a company like Nike, who understands reputation because they have been using it for years, getting the most potential NBA player with the most potential, getting them on board early and getting them to wear their shoes first, Nike shoes first. Why would they buy Artifact for so much money? Right? And then I just want to leave it at that because I want people to consider, because Nike isn't stupid, and a purchase of that level is not by one person. So you sort of don't want to just be lazy and say, oh, somebody inside is stupid, like somebody inside is silly, or somebody inside just want to hype into the project. I want you to consider when they buy this, right? They probably had multiple meetings. They probably discussed it. They probably had a plan of how to at least ROI or grow the Nike brand. Because here's the fact. So immediately after they bought it and it's announced, their share price went down. Went down.
Okay.
So, and I'm probably thinking they know that it's gonna go down. Because why would you spend so much money? Shareholders will think, oh, Nike's out of their mind. Yes, anyhow spending our money, because shareholders will think that, right? But I feel like Nike is always playing the long game. They are not the type of company that says, oh, this person has 10 million followers. We are gonna do an advertisement with this person now. They are the type of people who searches for this person is going to have an impact of 100 million people. That's why we want him in now. We'll pay a little overvalue for the sponsorship. If you understand that value system that Nike has and I think still have today, you would consider why they bought Artifact. Okay, so there are Artifact, you can research yourself, is a quote-unquote metaverse project, wearables, which means in the metaverse you will be able to do, you will be able to wear some of their apparels. So do your own research, right? Please go and check it out yourself and then consider yourself like what are all these companies seeing in NFTs?
No, just now as you were sharing, I was thinking that, well, there's always Nike's tagline in any case, just do it, you know.
Just do it.
but although it's just that 3 syllables, but it's bringing into our, you know, deep inside us, don't need to procrastinate too much.
Yes.
But yes, just take the action, take the leap of faith.
Yeah.
Take the move on. But of course they have their foresight and vision, and I believe that they have a reason for, you know, getting into what you mentioned, the association of that of the NFT that they want to consider to bought into and how they actually value. Because to me it seems like this NFT is not so much of it is more of like whether you call it a bridge or like what you say also is an identity, that the part of the brand identity that the company would love their consumers to resonate with, to represent, or to in fact be part of it, be the ambassador. So as they own a part of that, they are the ambassador. It will be like what you mentioned about Rolex, that it will be very protective because it became a community kind, right?
Yeah.
So it is naturally it became, you know, the advocates or the KOLs, you know, you call them, it could be the best form of advertisements than, you know, having to pay a lot of other advertisements.
Yeah, and the reason why I started my own collection was also because of this. I feel that it would be a very good idea to be early in building a group of people that will be your KOLs in the future. These people are most likely, I wouldn't call them visionaries, but like very, very near to the definition of believing in things of the future. And if you are a company who has this insight, what this means for you is you just have to take care of a small number of people. Say if you want 1 million customers, you just have to take care of 10,000 very well. Because these 10,000 people is going to be your KOLs.
The power of multiplication.
The power of multiplication.
Network.
But more importantly, identifying who these 10,000 people are.
Sure.
Asking them to believe in you. We call it the Genesis Collection. And then rewarding them along the way.
Right.
Because there's no amount of money that you can spend eventually, right? And companies keep spending advertising dollar.
Correct.
It's because they have no idea how to do sales forever. And if you have 10,000 very special people that you take care of, and they have their circles, could do wonders for, you could save money on marketing, you know.
Agree.
Not that you should stop that, right? You should do it alongside, you know, do both. You know? So, yeah.
Of course. That's why it's a little bit more of a mid to long term kind.
Definitely long term. Like I would say like a lot of people treat it as a funding exercise. I would say it's way more than a funding, and in fact after I launched my Hungry Bros Club, I worked way harder than before the launch.
Okay. So share with us, what is this Hungry Bros about, that
So
you kept us hungry all the time?
So the word Hungry Bros Club came up from the idea that I'm always hungry. That's one. I am the mascot. And thirdly, I want people to be hungry for things. I want people to be more hungry for life, genuine connections, friendships, hungry for good food, and hungry for more success. So like hungry and then the blank space. You fill it up with whatever you want.
Sure.
You come into the community and you converse with us, right? Hungry for more healthy exercises, right? You fill in the blanks. The Hungry Bros Club is something that I set up, and the vision is to grow a community of people and then give them perks and benefits. So the first time I thought about it, right, I told myself I shouldn't start because I had no value to give. So when we talked about value at the start of this interview, I told myself I don't want to be another person who just sell NFTs and then that's full stop. The art, I sell art, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted to give my holders a sense of belonging and a value. So the idea was to onboard merchants that could potentially give my members, or the holders of my NFT, some perks. And therefore, there will be value because you hold an NFT, you can get access to discounts for travel, discounts for food, discounts for services, discount for AI related stuff,
Sure.
So all of that. So that's the Hungry Bros Club. And I wouldn't say that we are a huge success yet, but I feel like they are all my friends. Like the people that have bought in are all people that I know. It's not people who were greedy and said, oh, I want to buy this NFT so that it can become like $1,000 next month, right? They're not people like that. They're people who believed in community building. They're people who hang out with me for coffee, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a moment in time that we will become a platform for exposure. Now it's not yet, but I think that when we reach say 5,000 people, I think that companies will want to work with us for their product launches, for testing a new product service, getting feedback, doing different things. So to get to that 5,000, we need to start early. So I decided to start the Hungry Bros Club. So that's
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just another word that came to my mind as you mentioned this hungry aspect. I thought that you just read this Steve Jobs, stay hungry and stay foolish kind.
Steve Jobs.
Just launch it,
Yes, I'm a very big fan of Steve Jobs, by the way. I'm a very big fan of him. Like all of his interviews, all of his lost interviews, right? I actually read and watch a lot of his videos. It didn't come from there, but I'm sure that there was some remnants of it in the back of my subconscious mind that make it this way. I also heard Les Brown, you must be hungry, stay hungry. So I think business is all of that. So that
Sure. Okay, sounds good. So you own your one, and the Hungry Bros that you own, and then you have almost 1,000 or more that you bought, the NFTs and. Okay, very much that if as businesses we are really keen to explore whether our business is whether you call it eligible or have the capacity or we should explore into this. Is this the right timing or should we wait a little bit more when the market is more welcoming the NFTs prospect aspect or
Look, I think that the conversation is very important. And therefore, I'm looking into doing this as like a consultancy or a sort of agency thing. And the reason is because each business is different. And we began the interview with the idea that NFT is just a technology, right? And if you see it as that, right, it also means that there is so many different ways you can use it. There's so many different ways you can mold it. It is not templated at all. In fact, if somebody starts doing templates, I think that particular use case would be gone in a matter of a month. What I mean by that is, if everybody start doing the memberships and giving perks, I think it will be a red ocean instead of a blue ocean strategy. So, if there was a structure, if there is not, but if there was a structure, I would think it will be to have a conversation, find out the objectives of your company, of your business, find out the gaps in your business, find out the places that are inefficient in terms of records, and then reverse engineer how can NFT solve some of the problems there. And it might not be taking care of the customers. I'm saying that because the easiest way to front this is to just take care of the customers, right? It might not be that. I'm saying for 10% of you, I think 90% of you will be paying attention to sales, marketing and all that. but there is going to be a very small percentage that that NFTs will help you, not in the profit making side, but maybe in the efficiency side of running your business, record keeping, authentication, or making more faster and better, right? I just said this on my LinkedIn post recently. I said NFTs, when it normalizes, will be used as much as ERPs and POS systems.
Oh, okay. Right.
And I strongly believe that, because and it's not about those hype expensive NFTs, it's more about how can we use the NFTs. Yeah, how can we use it? And I feel that the use of it is not deep yet, and we can go a lot deeper.
Sure. Well, in fact, after a few conversations, coffee chats with you, I get more, ideas about how I can tap on the NFT for my business as well. So I suppose that, we can. I mean, if you guys are really, interested to see how your business can, tap on NFT, like Nike or these Hungry Bros and all that, I would say that have a conversation chat with Stephen, right?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for sharing. It's really invaluable insights, and this is very tailor-made, and I think it is going to be the future. Right, be the future. Position it differently, build it as part of your brand name, and I believe that if you're still in business in 5 to 10 years from now, as you envisioned, or if you find that your business is having challenges or more competitions, or that your margin is being affected by a lot of different factors, then do consider NFT, right? To whether is it for retention, for better attractions, or for better, I would say better increment of your brand value and equity, so that you will, I don't think that you will be ever lack of clients, that they became part of your community, that they want you to last as long as they are as well. Yeah, right. Okay, so much. Thank you so much, Stephen, for sharing with us. We'll see whether we have another session if we, explore that. There's a lot more questions or inquiries, and then we will check with you, some of the FAQs, and hopefully you can enlighten us furthermore.
Yeah, more than happy to.
Okay, Ken. Thank you so much, folks, and do keep in touch with us, and let us know if you'd like to have a conversation with Stephen. Yeah. Thank you.